1969, home of the truth. And if you ain't UPK, you in the motherfucking way. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Harlem, New York, 125th Street. How you mention UPK and didn't mention me? We the home of the truth, bitch, nigga, what you mean? How you mention One West and didn't mention me? No excuses, no cowards, only soldiers roll with me. How you mention UPK and didn't mention me? 144,000, I'm prepared to serve the king. How you mention One West and didn't mention me? Look, I eat, sleep, shit, breathe, UPK every day. Get about that Christian church. One West is the only way for righteous leadership and brotherhood. This the only place. A lot of people say they got it, but we know them bitches fake. So I'll be One West to the death, to the end. UPK versus everybody. All we do is win. Undefeated since 69. Pussy, try again. I'll be damned if we ever lose to the likes of them. Commander Junior Hunter ain't no coward. You know who he is. Held on to this truth with no excuse. That's what he did. Showed us how to build a nation. Every day we put in brick. Get that all put on her head and take an oath and never quit. And I mean that shit. Every word that I'm saying. If you cross the fucking line, I'ma show you I ain't playing. And I stay war ready. Every word that we hanging. And I still rock my shield of David like I'm gang banging. Bitch, we Harlem, New York, 125th Street. How you mention UPK and didn't mention me? We the home of the truth, bitch, nigga, what you mean? How you mention One West and didn't mention me? No excuses, no cowards, only soldiers roll with me. How you mention UPK and didn't mention me? 144,000, I'm prepared to serve the king. How you mention One West and didn't mention me? Hey, shalom, Yahba Shimper. Ah! Can't even say it. Get it out. Right. What's going on, money, man?
Hey, can't call. How y'all brothers doing, man?
Man, I couldn't complain if I wanted to, man. It's a beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? The oppressor is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of, and the Most High gonna destroy him, man. What more can a nigga want?
That's right.
Damn right.
Damn right, man. Hey, man, how you mentioned UPK and didn't mention that nigga Quatazar, man, out of Southern Ohio? What's going on, man?
Most High crazy.
Moment of Truth podcast, man. We finally on our own channel. Of course, we're streaming to the other platforms as well, man. We ready to get it in, man, about that warfare talk, about that warfare period, man.
That's right.
Damn right, man. So today, man, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna talk shit and swallow spit, man. There's a lot of things that's been in the news that's, of course, going on under the radar because, you know what I'm saying, it ain't concerning blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians on the level where they feel like the white man won't love them anymore. So It gets no notoriety, it gets no glory, man. So the first thing, I had two things that me personally I want to talk about, man. And that's the Brett Favre stealing, being a part of the Ponzi scheme with $80 million, stealing $5 million of it to build a goddamn volleyball stadium for his daughter's old alma mater, Mississippi State, and the Nia Long incident. I'm saying it like it was her, but you know she's the only she's the black person in this incident, so that's the only one I give a damn about. You know, that African basketball coach that cheated on Nia Long with a black girl and a white girl. Like, man, it hurt. Hey, listen, it hurt black men's feelings and it hurted black women's feelings. They can't believe it. How could he cheat on Nia Long for some odd reason? Like I maybe I'm just weird, but I never got the fascination with Nia Long. Like, people just act like she's like a goddess on earth or something. What am I missing? That's the chick who loves the basketball, right?
That's Annihilation. She was on Friday.
Friday, yeah. The one that Ice Cube was with.
Yeah, the one Debo slapped. Now I see why.
Huh?
I said the one Debo slapped. Now I see why.
Yeah, you're right.
Now I see why.
Man, listen. Here's what a lot of people don't get. And here's what the crazy part is, man. So this African dude, man, look him up real quick. His name is, I know you spell it IME, and then it's some other African stuff at the end of it.
What's his name?
I me. That's the way. Is this IME? I believe that's his first name. And let me see if I can find him real quick. A Moomba something, man. He has one of them African names. Yep. So that's him right there.
This one?
No. That's his name right there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's his wife. See if you can't find him. There he is. So read what you got about him.
Amumba Sunday, you doc. Any nigga with the name Sunday is just all off.
Hey, you hear that nigga first name Omumbe?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, that's the problem with black people. This is the difference between slaves or free men. Like free men keep their goddamn name.
Right.
They hear this name Omumbe and all this shit, and they love it.
Right.
They hear names like Partazar, names like Azar, Arya, and we the weird ones.
Right.
We the weird ones, nigga. We going back to the names of our fathers. They got to keep the names of their fathers.
Right.
They got to keep the names of their nationality. We going back to ours, and we're called weird.
Right.
But these niggas got a Mumbai, Sunday, Dudier, and it's okay.
Right.
Women love them. Women want to marry them. Women want to take on that last name. They want to take on the Hemite last name. Go ahead, Shinya Salaki.
No, you could. Is a Nigerian American professional basketball
He's a
coach.
what now?
Is a Nigerian American professional basketball coach.
You know what's funny about all these other nations, if I could, while you're reading that? They make sure that they put their nation first. They say he's a Nigerian, then he's American.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we were so destroyed, we didn't even have a title. We were called Afro-American, Black American, anything but, like I said, a child of the Most High. Hey,
Right.
Shout out to the brother, man. We see you on here, man, checking in, man. You got any comments or anything, man? You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. We turned up on this thing, man.
That's right.
But, like, man, they get to keep the name of their forefathers, man. They get to keep that shit, and everybody loves them and respects them. Hey, shout out to the brother, man, at the water for supporting the podcast. Like and share, man. You know what I'm saying? Let it get out there, man. Home of the truth. We gonna keep on breaking it down out here. Go ahead.
Look, if I could, real quick, while we all use going through and explaining like how everybody else, when it comes to these other heathen nations, that they get to keep their name and running down through their bloodline.
Right.
I'm looking at his father. I'm looking at his parents. I think this is either his father or his mother. I can't really tell because of the way
Because of the African name.
Yeah. But long story short, like everybody has the last name. His parents had the last name. His children have the last name. Like that's a family bloodline right there.
Right. And it's disgusting that Nia Long decided to get with this goddamn Hamite. It's from what I understand, every black man in the world wanted her and wanted to marry her. I didn't care too much about her. I don't know what the big hype was about her, but I would have married her just the fact to do it because everybody else wanted her. So I'm guessing I was missing out.
Right.
So if I had the opportunity to, I would have done it.
Right.
Yeah.
Just because I thought I was missing out. That's just the way black people are. If everybody jumping off the cliff, we going too. God damn it.
Right.
I don't know what it is.
Right? Something's at the bottom of this cliff. Everybody keeps jumping off of it.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? So, but she chose a African.
Right.
He didn't choose her. She chose him. And now her feelings is hurt and Black America is in shambles because this African cheated on this black woman with another woman. And here's the thing, though. He's an American now. It's not American culture to take on more than one wife. It may be African culture, but he gave that up, didn't he? He kept
Right.
stuff. But that goes to show you the spirit. Man. I want to pull the scripture real quick, man. Y'all go ahead and get it in while I pull the scripture. So, look.
Yeah, that right there. Just to coincide with what you said, every brother liked Nia Long because of the movie Friday. I don't know how many times I've seen that movie. I know it front to back to front, you know what I'm saying, and all up through it. But yeah, she was one of those black actresses that we all grew up watching, because of that. But it's just it's so disgusting that she can marry into another nation. Her claim to fame came through, you know what I'm saying, utilizing our culture.
Right.
And now she want to go and be tied to some Hamite. And she's going to suffer dramatically when those kids have to suffer the consequences when Yahushua come back.
Right. And it's funny that you say that, man, because a lot of people is always like if they become world famous once they become black famous.
Right.
If you want to be world famous, the only thing you have to do is become black famous. And then the
Right.
white man being a white man, he's going to do what he's always done. Once a black celebrity is known in the black community in the ghettos, he's going to take that celebrity and put him on a pedestal and put her on the pedestal. They do it with all the athletes, all the actresses, all the actors. You know what I'm saying? If they black and black people love them, we're going to take them and we're going to take them for our own, and they're going to be white people famous. Like prime example, you brought up Friday with Nia Long, right? So didn't she also do Love and Basketball?
I think that was Sanaa Lathan.
And LinkedIn. See, that's what I'm saying. They all look alike to me, man. They in Hollywood, they all look alike. So lucky. I can't tell them apart.
Right.
It's like every devil looks like Jeffrey Dahmer now.
Right.
Because
Right.
because the truth be told, man, when they go in Hollywood, black people, we lose our identity. All the
Right.
roles that we play in a movie are the goddamn same. I can't tell them apart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the women play all the same role, the men play all the same role. Only person that stood out was Wesley Snipes in Blade. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like the
Right.
hardest black role a black man ever played in a movie to me. It was
Right.
Wesley Snipes in Blade. He chopped off the movie, just killing devils left and right. You don't give a
Right.
damn if there's vampires. He was tearing their ass up.
Right.
Right.
Like, that's the most masculine black role I've ever seen in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like but like they all run together to me, man. Like that's why I can't tell the difference between her and what you say her name was, Sanaa Lathan.
Sanaa Lathan. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but now her claim to fame is she got cheated on by an African, right? And that's cheated on, quote unquote, because we all know, according to the Bible and Israelite culture, right, a man can have as many wives as he wants. But
Right.
these women are so destroyed out here now. They decide to take other nations as husbands, thinking that it's going to be a difference.
Right.
And only there is no difference. There is no difference. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, a man is going to take as many wives as he wants, and this should be a clear eye opener. It don't matter how pretty you think you are, black woman. You get what I'm saying? It don't matter what you think that your value is. The fact of the matter is this: a man is going to be a man, whether it's from the tribe of Israel, from the nation of Israel, or from one of these goddamn heathen tribes. The
Right.
difference is this: you don't bitch and complain when a heathen wants multiple women.
Right.
You have nothing to say when he wants another wife or has a mistress or whatever the hell you want to call it. You have nothing to say. It's only an issue when the black man does it. Like Nia Long, this stuff happened to Nia Long. I didn't see her get on TV and say there's no more good African man out here.
Right.
Right.
Shouldn't she be screaming that all African men are the same?
Right. Absolutely.
She should be on TV destroying this brother.
Right.
Because if it was a black man, that's exactly what she would have did.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And my another thing is this: why ain't this African dude being destroyed the way Will Smith was for being cheated on?
Right.
Right.
Like Will Smith was cheated on by his wife, and somehow Will Smith was to blame.
Right.
So why ain't Nia Long to blame in this scenario? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Shinya, do me a favor. Find that scripture. Don't give your sons on to their daughters and their daughters on to your sons. This is in Deuteronomy.
Come on, I think I got it.
You understand? Like, we are so destroyed out here. And once more, we look at her like she's some type of black queen goddess. Well, if the black woman is God, why the hell ain't her subjects just loving her and her alone?
Right.
Right.
Here's the kicker. I'm going to pull this part up after we get the scripture. Actually, while you're looking for it, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. Here's the kicker. The black dude, Salaki, the African dude, he didn't get in trouble when he cheated on Nia Long with the black chick that he works with. You know what got him in trouble?
What's that?
When he slept with the white girl.
Right.
That's when the boss of Celtics was like, "Oh hell no,
Right.
this nigga doing the most." How dare because they look at all of us as niggas. If you dark
Right, for
skin,
sure.
you look at you as a goddamn nigga. You got that scripture?
Come.
Let's get that scripture real quick.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32.
Go ahead.
Thy sons, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given on to.
No, that's not it.
Nope.
Don't take marriage.
Oh.
Yeah, that's talking about the slavery.
I know what
I'm
you're
talking
talking about.
about the marriages. Don't get marriages with the other nation. While he's finding that scripture, man, I just want to say this. Like that African, he wasn't in trouble as long as he was sleeping with the black chick that worked at the Boston Celtics. That wasn't the issue. The issue became when he started messing with that pink cookie.
Right.
You can have Oreos all you want, but now you want grandma's pink cookies, and we just simply can't have that, man. And but nobody catches stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Nobody catches stuff like that. He slept with two so-called Boston employees, right? He slept with two of them. One was black, one was white. He had been sleeping with the black girl since he got there. Everybody knew it. This is the stories that's coming out. Everybody knew it. They knew he was sleeping with her. It didn't become a problem until they found out that he was effing a little white girl.
Man.
How dare you sleep with Susie? What the nigga say? Nigger, leave my daughter alone.
Right.
Nigger, stay out of my white daughter. Like that's how they looked at it. And at the end of the day, it don't matter. Like he thought he was different. He thought he was, he thought he was special because he's not a nigga. He carried that African name. But the second
Right.
that he touched that white girl, he got treated just like a nigga in America. They made that very clear. You know what I'm saying? Because these other nations, man, believe in keeping their people separate. You got it?
Yep, I believe I get it.
What is it? 7-6?
Nope, 7-3.
7-3. Let's get it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son.
Right. Neil Long should have learned this in a goddamn Christian church. This is what the Christian church should have taught Neil Long. Stay with a black man. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Just because they look like us don't make them us.
Right?
That African
Right.
nigga, Salaki, that African Hamite ain't never suffered the way that black people suffer.
Right.
What's the proof of that? That nigga got a head coaching job, man.
Right.
Like it's nothing. You know how many times have we, when we was in the world watching Sports Center watching, they always bring it up. Well, why ain't these black people coaching teams? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, prime example, man. Like Magic Johnson. He owns part of the Lakers. He does this and that, Blase Scoop. He could have been coaching the goddamn team.
Right.
Larry Bird coached the Pacers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They let Larry Bird come coach. They let Kevin McHale come coach. They let all these other white people come coach, and also people from other nations. They always let them coach as well. You get what I'm saying? But black people, whenever they coach, it's always an anomaly.
Right.
Like Mark Jackson was coaching the Warriors. They fired this nigga out of nowhere. Who gets fired for having a winning season?
Right.
It don't matter if you don't win the big game. Who the hell gets fired for having a winning season? They fired that nigga, brought in Steve Kerr championship the next year.
Man.
They knew they was about to win. They got rid of him. You get what I'm saying? That's African. Because here's the fact of the matter. It don't matter what these white coaches do. White coaches get caught up in scandals of cheating all the time. Remember, so this was college ball back in the day at Penn State. This is the Jerry Sandusky case, right?
Right.
Jerry Sandusky was taking little kids to Penn State, screwing them in the shower. He just in the shower. It sounded like a music concert. Everybody just in there. Oh, they must be applauding. He in there tearing them little kids up, right? All in Penn State. They never fired. There was the dude Joe Paterno, the old devil,
Right.
that was coaching. They never fired him. He had a chance to step down and retire. He had a chance to step down. And he watching little kids getting raped. He knew about little kids getting raped. This is a grown-ass man having consensual sex with two grown-ass women.
Right.
He's not raping anybody. There's no rape allegations attached to this, like it is with your Brett Favres and your Peyton Mannings. There was no rape allegations attached to any of this. You get what I'm saying? Like it's been with other NFL coaches that they sweep up under the rug. Like other NFL players like Ben Roethlisberger, he was accused of not only raping a chick, but running a train on her in a bathroom at a goddamn nightclub.
Jesus Christ.
Him and his whole offensive line and his bodyguards. Turned her out. Listen, he still played in the NFL. They didn't fire him. He didn't have, and this is allegations. There is no allegations of rape whatsoever. He just simply had sex with two chicks, and since one of them was white, they fired him immediately.
Right.
This African got to go. He's making the Boston Celtics look bad. And just think about that, man.
It happened at the Boston Celtics. This goes to show you how funny it was. The fans called for this because every basketball player that talks about sports tell you that there's no city more racist than Boston for sports is concerned. These niggas had these niggas had a African coach. They got sick to their stomach looking at this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And when they found out that he slept with a white girl as well, it was over. Writing was on the wall, man. Writing was on the wall.
So, like, if I may, I'm scrolling through just a little article, whatever it's talking about. He used some type of language before starting the alleged workplace relationship, but it's like it says they suspended him for an entire season. Like you said before, it had been a black man, he'd been fired. Lost everything connected to, you know what I'm saying, as far as retirement or pension, whatever the case may be. But they suspended him. It's almost like, they know that he has a lineage that, puts him back in Nigeria.
Right.
And it's like America knows, like, man, we don't want to offend his culture because he has a country that can possibly and potentially, come to his aid or rescue or, do something that'll innately be bad for business. You know what I'm saying? Like the Nigerians across the world. But when it comes to so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, we don't have a country that we come from that they recognize and understand. You know what I'm saying? They know we just going to be what? Niggas. We going to do call it NAACP? They ain't gonna do nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they don't care. You know what I mean? But let it be someone who has a lineage that's strong like this Africans, this Hamites. You know what I mean? Right. And it's like, okay, well, we'll just treat him like, what's that one? What he said? What's that one little Peckerwood's name off the Django? He was like, Little Johnny. Yeah, treat him like Little Johnny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Salakia.
He said, "You want me to treat him like white folks?" No, you didn't say that.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's exactly how they be. That be they goddamn spirit, man. That be they spirit, man. And my thing is this: once more, Nia Long, she all in her feelings, and every black man and black woman who don't have an understanding of the truth is in their feelings. But my thing is this: like she chose outside of her race because she thought she was going to be treated like some type of black queen or goddess or whatever the case is. And at the end of the day, she's just a normal woman, right?
Right.
She's just a normal woman. If she wanna be treated special, she has to do something special. And there's only one thing that she could do special, and that's coming to the ISUPK under Commander Junior Hanna. She's okay with being accepted by being second fiddle to these Hamites and they culture and they race and they traditions.
And you're absolutely right about that. That was a business move for him as well because everybody knows that Africans hate black women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He got himself a pet that was, looked at, you know what I'm saying, in society as someone, of some type of stature. But, man, she ain't gonna leave that dude, man. He'll probably beat her up. That's what they do.
Man, they put him to death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just ain't no normal killing. He gonna chop her head off and eat the rest of her body.
You know what I'm saying? Good night.
He gonna show his true African heritage. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is this, black women, if you really want to be treated like some special, man, stay within your goddamn race, man. Because at the end of the day, these other races don't give a damn about you. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. They don't care about black women. You're just a trophy to them here to help them secure their status in this place while they're making war strategies and war tactics to keep building their nation. That's all they're doing. Now all that money that Nia Long had, all that American fame, all that shit goes back to his nation.
Right.
Now all that's African money.
Man.
Now she's taking on the African culture. You know what I'm saying? Now she got the third eye. Well, bitch, why didn't you see this coming?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I had on that story, man. I'd like to switch gears. If y'all want to bring out something real quick, I want to talk about this Brett Favre mess.
Let's get it.
All right, Most High Christ, man. I'm going to share my screen. I want to play this video real quick. You know what I'm saying? Of course, this video don't do it enough justice, but it's a start.
Back Brett Favre.
Let me start it over.
The FBI questioning former NFL quarterback Brett Favre in the Mississippi welfare case. Favre's attorney confirming that to NBC News. It's all part of a massive investigation into alleged misuse of tens of millions of dollars meant to go to needy families in America's poorest state. Here's NBC's Justice and Intelligence correspondent, Ken Delanian.
You know, you have to make a choice whether you want to pay your light bill or whether you want to put food on the table.
Tamara Edwards raised 4 children on her own in Mississippi, applying for welfare benefits just once for childcare while she worked. Each year, Mississippi gets $86 million in welfare money from the federal government, though the state rejects 90% of those who apply.
All right, I'm going to stop right there real quick. So, did anybody catch that?
As far as what?
Did you just hear what they just said? They get $86 million in government money every goddamn year.
Man.
And 90% of people that apply to get that money are rejected.
Right.
90%. They get $86 million, and 90% of the people that try to get some of that money are rejected. I'll give you 10 guesses. I'll give you 9 guesses who that 90% is.
Right.
Something you want to say, Shinya?
No, you already had brought it out. I was gonna say that 90% is them black people,
Right.
the poor niggas who actually need the money.
Right.
Right. And that's sad because she said you gotta pick what bill you want to pay, and they have all those funds available. So that just goes to show you that they give us the scraps, and then the oppressors, the devil, the Bible speaks of, they take hold of all this, and they'll get mad and say, "Get on welfare." No, you on welfare. You're taking all the money, and then these Hamites come from overseas, and so on and so forth. They're the ones that are benefiting from this.
Damn right. I want you to remember that point because we're gonna touch base on that at the end of this, after the end of this video, because that's a heavy point that you're bringing out.
Come on.
Including Edwards.
And when I reapplied, I was not able to be on it again because they told me that they didn't have the fundings for it.
But the state was dispersing millions.
Hey, it's sad, but it's funny at the same time, man. It's sad and it's funny. They said, "Bitch, we ain't got the money to help you. We don't have the money. You're a single mother with 4 kids." And here's the thing: the system is set up to help just her. Why do you think she's a single mother with 4 kids? Because I guarantee you, as sweet and humble as she talking right now, I guarantee you she wasn't talking to that black man like that.
Right.
I guarantee she did exactly what the government told her to do. She got rid of that black man so she can be a strong, independent black woman. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of that black man and learn how to be a strong, independent black woman who don't need a man for nothing. And that's exactly what she did. She didn't need a man for nothing because the government promised to take care of her. And then when she went to go get the help from the government, they said, "Bitch, we ain't got nothing for you." Money? No, we ain't got no money. And here's why they didn't have the money. We about to get into it. This is why they didn't have no money for it.
Millions more of its welfare dollars, just not to families that urgently needed it. In court documents and audit reports, the state alleges that the head of Mississippi's welfare agency squandered more than $70 million intended for children in poverty, instead using it as a private slush fund to benefit his family and friends. Tens of millions of dollars on items like hiring retired pro wrestlers, first-class air travel, a horse ranch, and $5 million to build this women's volleyball facility at the University of Southern Mississippi.
All right, you got to pause it there. So they didn't have the money for her. They didn't have nothing to help her. But they had tens of millions of dollars, man. They hired old, poor, beaten down professional wrestlers. And if you know anything about Mississippi, that's where them super old racist wrestlers come from.
Right.
I believe Jerry the King Lawler, man, who's a pro wrestler, man, he comes from there. You know what I'm saying? What they do, hire him, come back. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's crazy. Well, ain't crazy. That's just like one of those things where you wonder why. They'll monitor how much money you send back and forth on Cash App. And this guy's freaking, you know what I'm saying, buying volleyball facilities. I thought it was a church at first. I about to say,
right. Hey, no, that's a goddamn volleyball facility, a sport that nobody watches and cares about. And the bad part is Brett Favre's a football player, but here's the sad part. Like, look, so like when you grow up in the world, man, and you hustling in the streets, there's one thing that you know. You know that don't buy anything that's over $10,000 because it's a red flag.
Right.
Don't buy anything over $10,000. It's a red flag. These goddamn devils is buying buying private jets, taking private jet trips, buying horse ranches, paying millions of dollars to wrestlers. Like they spending millions of dollars on each thing they doing, and they didn't raise a red flag at all. And they get 86 million every year. 86 million every year by the government, and nobody never said, hey, remember that 86 million I gave you? Where the hell did it go?
Right.
How the hell are you still the poorest state? What's going on? Why is these people still down here suffering?
Right.
Nobody thought to ask that at all.
Right.
Hey, one nigga make it up out the hood, and we've been giving you $86 million every goddamn year. But they was quick to bring out about the Black Lives Matter dude who took $6 million.
Right.
They found that like that. The second that nigga took the money, they was on his head. This
Man.
nigga still $6 million? Motherfucker. Ooh, Salakia. God damn it, 86 million came up missing.
Right.
You worried about 6 cents or $86. That's the way you gotta look at it, man. They 86 million, but you worried about 6 million that a black man took, man. And they got court cases up against this nigga. This nigga, he trying his best to stay out of jail. He's saying, and here's another thing about that. The way that the black dude got the money was absolutely legal because he didn't steal it from a government-funded organization.
Right.
Black Lives Matter is not government-funded. Now, they do receive donations and all of that stuff, but under the same guidelines, that's why Christian pastors aren't locked up, no matter how much they jack off the tithes money, because they're not stealing the money is being given.
Right.
Right.
Right? It's being given to that specific person or that specific organization. These devils is stealing the money given to another organization for themselves. At least that dude is a part of the goddamn Black Lives Matter.
Right.
He said that he bought that mansion, that couple of $1 million mansion for protection. I believe him. I'm trying to figure out why the hell you bought millions of dollars worth of a horse ranch and horses.
Right. He put the volleyball school.
Like, yeah,
Who's benefiting from that volleyball school?
Like, so the volleyball stadium is for protection. Like, they'll find a way, like when black people do it, they'll find a way to try to destroy them and lynch them. When
Villainize them.
Yeah, villainize them. But when white people do it, somehow, some way, it's not a big deal.
Right.
It's like, if I may, it's the same thing that dang Sleepy Joe's doing. He sent all that money to Ukraine to, get his family union together. And this devil's taking the money that's meant to be, welfare for the so-called black Hispanic Native American Indians and utilizing all of it for his own personal benefit.
Right. Yeah, I'm right. He gonna keep doing it too. If I could, let's get the rest of this, man. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
That building with ties to an NFL Hall of Famer. Brett Favre's daughter played volleyball at the university. Text messages obtained by Mississippi Today show Favre saying he helped secure government grant money for a new arena. And he personally was paid more than $1 million to give 3 motivational speeches that never happened. Favre declined to talk to NBC News, but his attorney says he has been questioned by the FBI. Favre says he never knew it was welfare money and paid it back after demands by state officials. Favre still owes $228,000 in interest imposed by the state auditor.
I wanted to at least collect the facts.
Former U.S. Attorney Brad Pygott was hired by the state to find the money. How is Brett Favre getting money that's supposed to get kids out of poverty?
It's a mystery to us. Here we had tens of millions of dollars sent by the country to do the thing that we need done the most, and it was squandered.
In July, he issued a subpoena to get more answers about that volleyball arena, including any communications between the university and former Governor Phil Bryant, whom Pygott says directed the spending. Bryant says he was unaware that welfare money was involved. What happened to you after you filed your subpoena?
I was terminated.
The state welfare agency says they fired Pygott because the client and the lawyer were not on the same page.
If I could, they said he asked too many questions.
Right.
Like, this is one thing that we know about the white man. He is always going to protect his own.
Right.
he was trying to figure out where the money went. They said, how the hell did Brett Favre get tens of millions of dollars that's supposed to go to you niggas? It's supposed to go to niggas. How did he get the niggas money? He said, it beats the hell out of me. I have no idea. We're trying to figure it out. This man, listen, I got to get in on this being white thing.
Right.
Right.
So my next question is this. Okay, you can't trace the money. They fired him for trying to find the money. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, all that happened. My next question is this. Why ain't nobody in jail?
Not a soul.
Who is she?
It's lucky. You already beat me to the punch with that one because I was sure going to say that. I was going to say that's the crazy thing about it because I remember when you had first told me about the story, me and you, we had brought this up like nobody served no jail time. Literally, the only thing that happened to this devil was that he got fined. Right. He got fined for stealing millions of dollars.
And in this story, they said he paid it back. In another story I got, they said he didn't pay it back.
Right.
I'm gonna go with that second story that says he didn't pay it back.
Right.
For the reason I say he didn't pay it back is because it don't matter if you pay the money back or not. If I rob a bank, right? If I run into a bank and rob it and get caught and I say, well, shit, I'll just get the money back. Does that mean I'm not going to jail?
Right.
No, seriously. So you're trying to tell me that I can run into a bank right now, but if I don't get caught, if I get caught, I can just get the money back and just, pay a fine, skip right past going to jail.
Right.
These devils treat life like it's a real life Monopoly game.
Yep.
This nigga passed go and collected his $200. Right. He said, I got to get out of jail free card. I'm going to use this to stay right where I'm at. Like I said, I got to get in on this being white thing, boy. Because that devil, from here on out, listen, I know I'm probably get kicked out of school for this, but I self-identify as a rich white boy, like Brett Favre does.
Was it Tyrone Biggums?
Yeah, I self-identify as a rich white man.
Right.
With millions of dollars. In fact, I'm about to go collect it right now. I'm going to just go down here to this city, to the welfare office and tell them, listen, I'm going to need millions of dollars. Don't worry about it. I'm white. I got this. Like straight up. They fired the other devil for asking questions. They called him all type of nigger lovers, I can bet you.
Right.
This nigger lover. Fire this nigger lover. Caring about what's going on with poor black people.
Right.
And he wouldn't care because he wasn't doing that because he actually cared. He was trying to cover his tracks. I don't want them to say I stole it.
Right.
Man.
I don't want to be
a volleyball. Oh, Slack, go ahead, brother.
Oh no, so look, I was just adding on to what he was saying. Like, I don't want to be accused for none of this.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You know who watches volleyball? Those rich old men that like to see the girls with little poom poom shorts on, man. All those devils.
Hey, that's why I used to go to the volleyball every day after football practice. I would go to the volleyball gym. Straight up, the whole team would be in there, and we wasn't in the school spirit. Just know that. We
Man,
trying to get ribbed up. That's the only reason that we went to volleyball. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason we supported any girl sports.
man,
We didn't support the sports. We supported the girls. You know what I'm saying? We be in there. Our favorite volleyball player was the thickest one. She didn't have a lick of skill.
Right.
She's just out there running. Hey, that's Erica. We gotta get the sign. Looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, who the hell watches volleyball? Like, this is not. This is, how you say you could tell the nation by the crime. Well, listen, you could tell this wasn't a black person right here. Now, if they'd have been like they spent $1 million on Jordans and a new basketball facility,
Right?
you'd be like, yeah, that was a nigga for sure.
Right.
Jordans, yeah, that was a nigga. Said $2 million on a retro pair of Jordans. You know, like straight up.
$2 million on a pair.
But yeah, this was a nigga from the hood for sure. But a lot of people are glossing over the important part, man. But I'm gonna bring that up at the end. Let's get the rest of this, man, so we can go ahead and get this video off real quick.
The investigation has only recently resumed. Welfare agency head John Davis was arrested and charged with bribery and conspiracy. He pled not guilty. The agency declined an interview, saying they are committed to rebuilding the trust of the citizens and making all future grant decisions by committee. So far, just $1.1 million has been recovered.
We're real people. There's real people out there that really need that money.
For the news, I'm Ken Delanian.
Now remember, they just got through saying Brett Favre paid the money back.
Right.
So if he paid the money back and he's been accused in a Ponzi scheme of hundreds of millions of dollars, and they said that he got the stadium built that cost $5 million, how the hell did they only recover $1 million?
Man.
America.
Like, I'm no mathematician, but goddamn it, that math don't add up.
Right.
If that math adds up, then 1 + 1 is 86.
Right.
Like the 86 million that they'd have been given this goddamn state that been going missing for Lord knows how long. They've been giving it to them.
Right.
Man, I guarantee that volleyball stadium's still open. They said nothing about nothing being seized.
They need to turn that thing into a homeless shelter for black people.
Right.
How about
And everybody who rode first class need to get a visit by the FBI. They know where all that money went, man, and who was spending it.
Right.
Slovakia.
Right. And here's the sad part once more. Like it's 86 million every goddamn year. And nobody's in prison. Nobody's being held accountable. All of them are former senators and mayors and all that. They have political power in that city. Don't nobody find it weird that all the white people are rich in this goddamn state,
Right.
and all the black people are poor? Like, nobody finds that weird. Every white man that used to run for office is a millionaire.
That's not the least bit ironic.
Yeah,
or
that's
suspicious.
That's not suspicious at all. Let every nigga in the UPK have a couple of million. Lord, for FBI,
They're going. FBI Van Saying gonna be knocking on our door.
Open up, nigga.
Right.
We need to see some tax papers.
Right.
We need to trace this money. Where is it coming from? You
Right.
get what I'm saying? But somehow all these white people can walk around, man. And that's a picture that I posted. I'm gonna make sure I post it on the Moment of Truth podcast page, man. So you can see these devils, man. Brett Favre with all these political devils, man. Like, they hanging out, having a time of their life, trying to act like they don't know each other. The text messages Brett Favre sent, I'm gonna put that out there on the page as well. The text messages Brett Favre said, is anybody gonna find out? Is social media gonna find out? Is the news gonna find out that I'm taking this money?
Right.
That's called incrimination.
Yeah.
If I sent a text message like, Balthazar, hide the gun. I don't want to say what I did, but I need you to hide the gun. And they found a body in my backyard, and I'm like, I didn't know it was there. I'm pretty sure the white man is not going to hear that argument.
That's clear evidence for them.
He's going to be like, yes, you did. And this man's in conspiracy with you because you text him that hide the gun. Now, true enough, we don't know what kind of gun it was you told him to hide, but we found the body in your backyard with bullet holes in it.
Right.
1 + 1 = 86 million. I just said that.
Right.
That's a damn shame, man. And I guarantee this is happening in more places in Mississippi. You know?
Right.
This is probably just the case that, just happen to float through the media, piss people like us off, you know what I'm saying? And to give, women like that hope. You know what? It was happening. We apologize. This is a hiccup that happened. Keep pushing the black man out of your homes.
Right.
You hold the baby. And I'm not even gonna go there, but good night. Like, you holding the baby and you up in age and you talking about welfare. You know what I'm saying? Welfare. And they're not giving you anything but the solution to keep you impoverished. Meanwhile, that was just crazy to me when you said they were hiring ex-WWF wrestlers?
Yeah, ex-wrestlers and shit.
Yeah, ex-wrestlers. Like, come on, man. Come on. Just imagine, I forget the one devil's name, Ed McMahon. What's his name? Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon.
One of the most racist dudes. And he got a little claim walking up to people saying, "What's up, my nigga? What's up, my nigga?" What a dude, he's put a do-rag on it and do, man, it's just so crazy. That's wild.
I'd have broke his goddamn jaw.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I knew wrestling was fake. Because he walked up to what was a big black, I forget the dude's name, man. I forget him, whatever. He walked up to him with a do-rag, looking like dumb like they normally look. He was like, "What's up, my nigga?" And dude just looked at him. He walked off like, And this was aired. It was on air. I wish I could find a clip, but I'm just like, man, get out of here. You know, they don't give a damn about the so-called Blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians. And if you're looking at this podcast, you have any questions, reach out to the ISUPK. You know, somebody in Mississippi needs to have a civil lawsuit against them. Go to war with them damn devils. Get all that money back and give it to ISUPK.
That's right.
And the thing is this, once more, the fact that the ISUPK is the home of the truth and nobody cares about black people and loves black people except the ISUPK under Commander Junior Honor is that everybody wants, nobody's speaking on this kind of stuff. This should be broadcast. I shouldn't have had to hunt this story down. This story should have been right here all over the news feed. This should be on ESPN on the cycle. Like when Jameis Winston, somebody made this post, Jameis Winston stole crab legs in college, and that got more news feed than Brett Favre stealing $86 million or being in an $86 million Ponzi scheme, stealing money from poor black people.
Man.
A nigga stealing crab legs trying to survive in college from a college that makes millions and billions of dollars off of his back. That they should be, if this nigga want crab legs, they should have bought them. Not to say that, we condone a nigga eating crab legs. The point is this, if that nigga hungry, them devils should be feeding him. Because he's show feeding them.
Right.
He's making money and they put money in their goddamn pockets. You get what I'm saying? Like, but he got to go to bed hungry every night. Like, if you'd have been in college, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Like, nigga, you go to bed hungry. You be hungry. Sitting up in that thing eating bread and peanut butter.
Man.
You understand? And here's the crazy part. For most black people, it's not really a big deal because we survive off a bare minimum anyway.
Right.
We survive off a bare minimum anyway. Like even with that story with that sister, she was sitting up there saying how she don't have anything. But listen, let me tell you something. She finding a way for them goddamn kids to eat because we so used to being in poverty and not having anything from anybody.
Right.
So at the end of the day, quit begging the goddamn white man. Quit looking at them for help. Look to your own. Get that black man back in the goddamn house. Be just as meek and humble to the black man as you are to these goddamn white reporters. And build this goddamn nation the way the Lord said to build it, man.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And one more point that I want to bring out real quick, man. Nobody spoke on this, man. They talking about the money that Brett Favre stole and he needed a government grant. He said he needed a government grant to get a stadium built. Brett Favre has millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. Brett Favre made over $100 million playing football in the National Football League. He made over $100 million. Can you imagine if I had $100 million and I tell somebody, well, I want to get this built and I need $500 million. I need $500 million. I need everybody to pitch in and help, but I got $100 million. That would look at me like I lost my goddamn mind.
Right.
Nobody, and that goes to show you the wickedness of the oppressor. The white man is truly the devil.
Yeah.
Because when he went to them government officials and said, I need $5 million, they should have told him shut the F up and pull it out his bank account.
Right.
Right.
That goes to show you he went to him because he already knew what they was doing. They all friends. All these racist devils run in the same circle, man. They run in the same circle. And nobody spoke on it. Nobody said nothing. Nobody's doing nothing. Y'all remember a rapper, well, you probably don't sing y'all, but Quatazar. It's a rapper named David Banner. You know who I'm talking about?
Come on.
Where's he from again?
Mississippi.
My point exactly. But he wants to be looked at as some type of pro-black king in Mississippi, always for the people, blah, 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 blah. This should have been on his goddamn Facebook page. He should have been the one bringing the story out. He want to be the face of black people any other time.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, he should have brought this out. There's so many rappers that claim Mississippi. You get what I'm saying? But none of them speaking on this, man. I wonder why.
And that's a heavy point too. And if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, and you ever riding through these rich neighborhoods, and you're seeing all these Africans moving in everywhere, you wonder how they can afford it. This is how they can afford it. You wonder why you have to save or spare yourself for buying a 50-cent bag of chips, just so you can get your car fixed finally. The oppressor is the devil, and they're using up all these funds clearly to ride first class, to do all the things that they're doing in America. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're living impoverished, and you're not going to get that money. You're not. You're never going to see it. You're going to see it when you look at their lifestyle and how they're living, because they're spending all the damn funds that's meant to go to you on themselves because they don't give a damn about you. So, like,
That's right.
You goddamn right, mighty man. Listen, man, like the scriptures say, this is not your rest, black man, black woman. You know what I'm saying? Hispanic man, Hispanic woman, Native Indian man, Native Indian woman, and child. This is not your rest. Don't think that this place loves you, man. Like the scriptures say, Esau has had a perpetual hatred for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. They don't listen, man. If what the scriptures say, what Christ say, Christ said it ain't meat to take the bread and give it on to dogs. And then the
Right.
Asian woman said, don't the dogs eat the crumbs that fall on the floor? Well, the oppressor is such a devil. He ain't even gonna let them crumbs stay on the floor. He gonna sweep them up and put them back on his plate.
Right.
That's how greedy the oppressor is. Like the scripture saying in Deuteronomy, if the thief steal, won't he leave something? Goddamn, Brett Favre, you done already stole $100 million from the NFL from being a trash ass quarterback. Now you want to steal $86 million from poor black people?
right.
God damn. Ain't you gonna leave some money on the table?
Good day.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, just think about all white quarterbacks in the NFL, man. All of them are cheaters. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Tom Brady. He stole however many Super Bowls he got. And everybody forget about Deflategate. Whenever the crimes of the oppressor is called into question, they want you to forget about it. They want you to forget
Right.
about Deflategate. They look at Brett Favre like he didn't do these. There's no way Brett Favre did this heinous thing without knowing what he was doing. He didn't know. Brett Favre knew exactly what the hell he was doing. The people look at Brett Favre like he's a nice guy. Brett Favre has been accused of rape and sexual harassment and all that stuff. Before Donald Trump said grab him by the box, Brett Favre said it. Brett Favre said grab him by the vagina. They like it. He hit you with the Trump talk.
Dang it.
Why do you think he supports Trump?
Right.
This is truly the white man's spirit, man. And until we understand this, man, we gonna keep suffering under their goddamn boot heel. Like they something special, man. And this is just the goddamn truth, man. I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but this is why this is called the Moment of Truth podcast. Moment of truth, because we gotta really be truthful with ourselves, man.
Right.
Let me get that scripture.
And so, like,
Go ahead.
I
That's
made
what
sure.
I want to pull real
All
quick.
right, hold on. Go ahead, Quatazar.
Now, I was just going to say, ain't nobody burning up Brett Favre jersey. He clearly took the food out of the so-called black Hispanic Native American Indian's mouth, and then going to ask through Texas. Anybody going to find out? He doesn't give a damn about you. And that's the spirit of the oppressor, man. So lucky.
No, that's heavy. Michael Vick fought dogs and niggas burnt. Mike Vick went to jail for dogs.
Really?
Man.
Michael Vick went to jail for fighting pit bulls. And somehow Brett Favre is out after stealing $86 million.
Right.
You want to tell me this place is justice? This place is we all this is one melting pot. This is truly Babylon. Go ahead, Shinyan.
I just wanted to get a scripture real quick to just, further prove like the oppressor, the devil the Bible speaks of, man.
Go ahead.
So lucky. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, verse 19. When thou cuttest down thine harvest in thy field, and hast forgotten a sheaf in the field, thou shalt not go again to fetch it. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. You understand? Like even here in Israel, man, as a black Hispanic and Native Indian, man, even when we go into, do our thing, even when we, coming up, if we got a few extra dollars or something like that, man, like, we don't hesitate to give it on to our brothers and sisters, man.
Right.
Even if it's something that, we might think that we might need. If it's something that we see our nation suffering, need, or they won't, we give it on to our people, man. You understand? But, the oppressor being such a wicked bastard, this devil won't even leave the bare minimum for poor blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Like he stole, like Brett Favre stole all that money, didn't even consider, man, let me leave $1 million. Let me probably leave 1,000. Let me leave 100. Let me leave 5. That just goes to show how wicked the oppressor is, man.
For what? Hey, man, you niggas don't deserve nothing.
Right.
You a millionaire in the poorest state and still stealing money from the poorest fucking people. So locking my language. Like this wicked bastard shouldn't even be labeled as a human being. For you to call the white man a human being or a person is an insult to every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, and child that walks the earth.
Right.
Right.
He has no conscience like a human being. What he done what he done is definitely the Jeffrey Dahmer spirit,
You can't even call him an animal. That's an insult unto our dogs.
right?
Yeah, you disrespect
like-
my dog.
Like he has the Jeffrey Dahmer spirit for sure.
Right?
I just want you niggas to die. I'm gonna murder you niggas in any which way I can. Taking that money out of them black people hands is really killing them black people.
Yeah.
Right.
How the hell they gonna survive, man?
Right.
You goddamn devil, you live in a mansion. You got all this money. You do Wrangler commercials. You getting all this revenue, man. But like I said, in our mind, we think Brett Favre is such a good person. None of these devils are good people. I've never met a good devil in my life. In fact, I'll go so far as to say the only good devil is a dead devil.
That's right.
You understand? The
Man.
only good devil is a dead devil, man. The hell, man, these people are the wicked of the most wicked, man.
Right.
Hey, Salakia, sir.
They truly are.
Damn right.
I was gonna say also, man, it's just heavy. You was bringing out how, we're not supposed to make marriages, with these other nations. And that truly isn't our culture. And so what Nia Long did, she's gonna have to realize that just because that Hamite, what I'm saying, is a descendant, of, Canaan, like Esau took wives and daughters of Canaan.
Right.
And all his riches just flow through, all his whole lineage. So she's not gonna get a dang on dime. She's gonna be like the sister that was just up there, asking about, some type of assistance or something like that. And these devils do the same they always done. Give them a cold shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Give them a cold shoulder.
She gonna end up like Halle Berry. Halle Berry married that devil. That devil, she wanted to divorce. That devil took the kids. She paid child support.
Man.
Nia Long gonna want to get a divorce, or they married because the kids got his last name, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if they split, he gonna get them kids.
Right.
All her riches is gonna go right to him. But at the same time, she don't want to. The black woman don't want the black man to see his kids.
Right.
He ain't worthy to be a good father. You know what I'm saying? He ain't a good father because he ain't a good peon to her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we are truly destroyed out here. We still destroying our goddamn selves by trying to love the white man. And at the same time, the white man is still destroying us by taking every goddamn penny he can from a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, and child, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we just don't get it, man. We just don't get it. And this is the hard truth. This is the hard truth that we just refuse to accept, man. That's why podcasts like this is so important. Bring out this stuff, man. At the end of the day, the oppressor is the goddamn devil and he hates us.
That's right.
We need to separate from these devils, man. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I got, man. Anybody else want to touch base on anything before we shut it down?
I wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, Mike.
Who was having an issue with clean water?
I know Flint was, and it's another spot. Look it up real quick, Senor.
I think it's Mississippi.
I think it is too.
And point being, if they had the funds, while these people out here with unclean water, instead of having that dang on $1 million volleyball, they could have got a water treatment plant or something built. You know what I'm saying? Something. I don't even know.
And that's too much like common sense.
But this is how you spending government funding. Government funds meant to help the poor and impoverished. That's just like when they had the what do you call that? Where they tried to give the so-called blacks and Native American Indians, Spanish Native American Indians, jobs, but it was just a ploy to keep them from getting jobs. I can't think of the name right now. But anyways, it's a crying shame, man. And we need to wake up, you know what I'm saying, and depart from this wicked nation. It's polluted. That's what the scripture says. It's polluted. Like, we sit here and we'll glorify them, forgive them, believe anything they tell you, but we come out in the corners, we don't get paid, we use our own devices to give this truth, and you'll believe a lie just because it's on TV. Black people, stop being so starstruck, man. Stop being so damn simple. Stop being so simple and understand that you can, come home and get this truth. It might be hard, but it's fair. It's sad, but it's true. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
That's all pay your tithes. Pay your tithes, man. Pay your tithes. This is how a nation is built. This is how governments are ran. Money. You pay your tithes to the Christian church, you're going to see that money again. And that's when the pastor pulls up. He parks right in that front parking spot.
Right.
And he steps out with them now later gators on. You know what I'm saying? You hear him walking through the hallway because he's sliding everywhere. Pay your tithe to the ISUPK.
Right.
The water.
Yeah, you said that's funny that you said that. Mommy of that pastor that got robbed, they ran up in there and laid him down. That nigga said they stole over $1 million worth of jewelry. And the only thing I kept thinking is, why the hell do you even own $1 million worth of jewelry like a goddamn rapper?
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what caught me off guard.
And you in this place where all these people is goddamn is starving and suffering, and you got $1 million worth of jewelry on.
Right.
Like you said, you'll see it again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, man, we appreciate everybody rocking it out, man. We appreciate all the love, all the likes, all the thumbs up. And this is another episode of the Moment of Truth podcast, man. Next week, man, we're going to get into some greasy stuff, man. We're going to go hard on them, man. Make sure you like and share and subscribe to the page, Moment of Truth podcast. We're building this from the ground up. Like I said, we don't have $86 million in government grant money that we can steal to push this truth.
Right.
So bear with us, man, and watch us grow over time, man, because this podcast ain't going nowhere. These priests and prophets that you see before you ain't going nowhere. ISUPK ain't going nowhere. We're going to keep bringing it out heavy. You want to get on a show or you just got a story or whatever, something you want to share, something you want to do, reach out to us, man. That's what we here for, man. You understand? With that being said, Israel, shalom.
Shalom.
Damn right. Hold on. We're going to go out with a bang on this one, man. We got the intro. And we're going to play it like it's the outro.
You know what it is. 1969, home of the truth. And if you ain't UPK, you in the motherfucking way. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Harlem, New York, 125th Street. How you mention UPK and didn't mention me? We the home of the truth, bitch, nigga, what you mean? How you mention One West and didn't mention me? No excuses, no cowards, only soldiers roll with me. How you mention UPK and didn't mention me? 144,000 are prepared to serve the king. How you mention One West and didn't mention me? Look, I eat, sleep, shit, breathe, UPK every day.